So, right now, I have some late night shower thoughts, and this is about desire and attraction. This is what I'm gonna get into, and what I'm gonna talk about is something that has honestly been fundamentally the hardest thing that I've been trying to get my brain to rewire around. Like, it's literally has been one of the biggest strongholds in my life. And I want to talk about, my thoughts around desire and attraction, my history with it, and kind of like my fear around it. Since desire and attraction has been something that I have a multifaceted relationship with. Um, and, for many years, especially during, as I was growing up, desire is something that I would mask through escapism and fantasy. And, it's something that I just never really could fully connect to, because anytime I felt like I desired something or I wanted something, it wouldn't be reciprocated or it would just be taken away from me. And now I kind of been able to see the patterns in my dating life and just kind of how fragmented it's been. Like, one thing I've really been able to become this okay, one thing that I would say I've gained so much clarity on very recently is the fact that it's extremely important for me to experience both intellectual and romantic attraction towards a person. And my dating experience has literally been either one or the other, but not both. Like, it doesn't matter if I was talking to just in a talking phase or dating or being in a relationship. It's either I would experience intellectual attraction or physical attraction, but not both. And this has been something that I built huge cognitive dissonance around, and I just have not been able to shake this off at all. Like, this has been a thought loop that I've been struggling with for years. And because of this, like, sometimes, like, let's say if there's someone who I don't know at all, and I would just like maybe have like, a few interactions with them, or maybe just like one interaction, then my brain would start to like, make up stories and kind of like put them on this pedestal that they honestly probably don't even deserve to be on. But that's because I don't know them. So my brain would try to, instinctively fill out those patterns that would come from, the fantasy building. And now I'm at a point where I've been experiencing desire a lot more fully, and without escapism, without building these elaborate storylines in my head. I've been experiencing desire, trying to tap into what exactly it is for me to feel both intellectual and romantic attraction towards an individual. And a lot of feelings have been coming up recently. Um, and I would say a lot of this kind of stemming from my dating history. I had a lot of fear around having to settle. And I would always feel projected disappointment when I would feel some sense of attraction or desire towards a person or towards an interest. I would always feel like life or that object of desire is going to let me down. Like, I would just intuitively have this, and I would just imagine myself in this unhappy, unsatisfying scenario, because I feel like that's just my fate and that's what I'm locked into. That's what God wants for me, or whatever. I know, sounds fucked up. But this is how I've honestly been generally thinking for a really long time, because I would interpret my experiences of life being this way. And so now that I'm allowing myself to fully delve into desire, it feels very weird because I'm feeling a range of emotions. I'm feeling anxiety. I would honestly not really anxiety, but I'm feeling excitement. I'm feeling at flow. I'm feeling fuzzy. I'm feeling disappointment. I feel fear. I feel happiness. I feel all these ranges of conflicting emotions. And it's about how it's really all related to how desire and attraction is fully coming back home to me. And I don't know what this means going forward, but I feel like a desire has been something that I feared so long and something I've been suppressing for so many years. And for once, I'm not suppressing it. And because I'm not suppressing it, all that grief that I've had around desire, I've been able to make space for all those emotions that I've been feeling that I just mentioned, including grief. Um, but one thing that I feel, coming at home with is the fact that life is just about trying. Life is just about experimenting. Life is about getting to know more about what you want and the clarity that comes with it. And as long as I continue showing up for myself, as long as I continue to try, it's not necessarily about the outcome, but it's about the process. And life is 95% process. So why not enjoy that? I guess that's kind of just the pep talk I've been giving myself around desire and attraction, honestly. It feels really weird to kind of come home to this feeling that I've been suppressing and so long, something that I had a lot of emotional highs and lows towards, if that makes sense. Um, but yeah, like I just really wanted to voice that out loud because just the projected disappointment around desire, I've been finally been able to say it in like 4 words, has been something that has been taunting me for so many years. And I just want to like mention it and talk about my relationship with it and just how it has impacted me and ways that I've tried to shrink myself in terms of finding, the right relationships for me or friendships or um, interest or just anything. Like I would always shrink it. I would always try to set myself up from disappointment. I would always imagine myself in being in very unhappy situations. Um, telling myself that, what, if my desire or whatever doesn't reciprocate itself to me just because my brain is very hyper vigilant in terms of spotting certain patterns and even patterns that just honestly doesn't exist, then I'm going to be doomed towards finding something. I will be doomed towards having something or finding something in my life that I don't want, but that's what I have to settle for because it wants me or that's what's alignment with me or whatever. And it just led me to have a very it also led to me having an inferiority complex, um because I just never felt like desire was something that I could fully embrace. And if it's something that I fully embrace, then I'm just going to be setting myself up for that perpetual disappointment, and I will never like recover from that or something. um that is just for me. So that projected, so desire and projected disappointment. And honestly, I feel a lot more clear. I feel like my head, I feel like my thoughts are a lot more organized now that I'm like being able to voice this out loud, even though this is something I would feel literally daily, but I haven't been able to really articulate why and how and when and where until really making this video. I am starting to at least try to feel just more at home with myself, and that desire is something that belongs to me, is something that I own, and is something that I play with, and that's not something anyone can take away from me, and it's something that I'm in control of, and something that is intuitive, and something that I don't have to abandon. I don't have to participate in self-abandonment or go against. um, and that's okay because our bodies speak to us all the time. It's really up to us to listen. And yeah, honestly, I just want to make sure I'm getting literally all my thoughts out. Like, I'm like literally waiting until this video hits like 10 minutes because this is just something that I don't want to sit in my psyche anymore. This is something I am fully trying to claim peace and sovereignty over. Um, and yeah, like I can just feel at freedom and at flow with being myself and with life, and um, just welcoming things as they are, and at least believing that as long as I continue to have these conversations with myself and continue finding myself and continue interacting with things that bring me joy, and not try to intellectualize it or try to suppress it or go against it, then I think that's honestly the key, really.